Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast, giving you all the State of the Saints podcast halftime report. After half, the New Orleans Saints are leading the New England Patriots by a score of 14-3. The New Orleans Saints are really dominated. They really dominated in the first half on both sides of the football. They look like a completely different team than what we seen last week. Not many mistakes on any side of the football. It seems like the offensive line is playing really well for the most part. Unfortunately, they lost Teron Armstead to an arm injury, but you also have James Hurst to come in as a backup, who's a really serviceable backup left tackle. The Saints still have some issues when it comes to the guard position. It seems like Andres Pete and Throckmorton are getting beat. But nevertheless, the Alvin Kamara is running the ball a little bit more aggressively than he did last week. It seems like the running game is starting to find a rhythm, and it's also opening up opportunities for Jameis Winston to throw the ball. The wide receivers of the New Orleans Saints are who we know them to be. I'm sorry. If anybody expecting a breakout game, 150 yards, 175 yards by any one of these wide receivers, you're wasting your time. I'm just being honest with you. You're wasting your time. These are not what those guys do. These guys are chain movers. These guys are role players. And as long as the Saints can, sustain drives like they've done in the first half, they should be okay going into the second half. What I've seen out of Jameis Winston, much better decision-making. He's deciding to take what the defense gives him today. He's eating a sack, which is a good thing. But we still see classic Jameis Winston, and that last touchdown that he threw to Marquez Callaway, which was, in the back of the end zone where he kind of threw it up. He walked to the sidelines, and you can tell Sean Payton was not happy with that decision. Look, Jameis Winston is who he is. You can try to keep him contained, but eventually he's going to show you some of those things that he has done in the past. Sometimes those things can work out in his favor, and then sometimes they just do not work out. But in this case, it did work out. The defensive line is getting pressure on Mac Jones. He's looked dazed and confused. They're coming with different type of blitzes to confuse him, and they're doing a really good job. Caden Ellis ended up getting a hit on him, which caused a P.J. Williams interception. A good return by P.J. Williams, to set up that touchdown. The Saints should be up right now. 20-3. They should be up 20-3. 2 field goals that Rojas could have made, especially at 36-yard field goal, 52 yards. I mean, that's give or take, but you need to make a 36-yard field goal. So in my honest and humble opinion, Andrew Rojas, Andrew Adi Rojas. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to head on out the door, man. For real. Like, this dude, like, nah, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. Can't be missing field goals like that on the road when teams need to get points and try to take the crowd out of the game. So the field goal kicking looks absolutely horrid. Hopefully Will Lutz can come back by next week and we can get back to having consistency at the kicking position, because those are points that you leave on the field, and these can be deciding factors in games. You know what I'm saying? Like what happens if the second half happened and something happened with the Saints and they end up, like could have used those points. But what I expect in the second half, I expect the Saints to continue to run the football with both Jones as well as Alvin Kamara. I expect for them to probably try to take shots down the field, one, maybe twice, try to get some of those guys open, and also just try to get some of the tight ends involved. I feel like there's opportunities there. As far as the defense, they're doing a really good job bottling up these receivers. These receivers have to really make some circus catches in order for them to actually sustain drives. So that just shows you right there that they're right there in the hip pocket of those wide receivers, and nobody is really having any explosive plays. It's unfortunate that James White had to leave the game. He's one of the best pass-catching running backs in the NFL. It's unfortunate that he's going to be, he's not coming back into the game. But Mac Jones, he's a guy that's a warrior, man. He's going to make some good decisions. He's going to make some good throws. So the Saints going to have to continue to put pressure on this guy if they want to win this football game. And as far as Jameis Winston, I like what I saw, for the most part. He has good pocket movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing I can say about him. I'm liking the fact that he's not forcing too many passes down the field. And I'm glad that he's actually eating the sack instead of trying to force the ball. So that's a good thing right there. So it shows me that he did learn from some of the things that he's doing, but he has to be very, very careful, man, about trying to just throw the ball up and trying to, make plays. And I get that you want to instill trust in your wide receivers, that you believe in them, but those are very precious points that you'll be salvaging if you go out there and you make those type of mistakes. But nevertheless, I mean, he's playing pretty good right now. He's doing what he has to do in order to get the team to win. Alvin Kamara looks pretty impressive. I got some stats right here from the team. Jameis Winston, 10 of 15, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. We got Alvin Kamara, 13 carries, 54 yards. Jones Jr., 2 carries, 12 yards. And then you have the wide receiver Callaway, 3 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 3 catches, 29 yards, 1 touchdown. Kenny Stills get involved with 1 catch for 17 yards. So, I mean, they're looking good right now. As long as they continue to play good on defense, and as long as they can sustain drives long enough, maybe get field goals, maybe get maybe some more points on the board, I think they should be just fine. They might be able to get out of there with a victory. I'll read a few comments, and then we'll get up out of here to enjoy the second half. X-Men says, your eyes not watching the same game as us. He would trash at New York. I don't know. We talking about that. Let's see who that. Glad you may be wrong. LOL. Let me see. With a 12 gauge, Jones needs more touches. Shaking my head. Who that from Jersey? What's going on, Dave? Who that from Atlanta? God bless you, brother. Yes, they are. Rosas is trash. Adios. You know what I'm saying? That's what his new name is in my eyes. Winston was very lucky that Callaway made that catch. Props to Callaway. Yeah, I mean, he trusts Callaway. He definitely trusts him, but man, you got to be smarter with the football, man. It's about ball control. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out there making those type of plays. And it worked in his favor, but we know that there are times when that's not going to happen. Stay on schedule. Pat's on the verge of getting blown out. Oh, snap. I'm a moderator. Thanks, TJ. What's going on, Chosen? Defense is on fire. Who that? Sean Payton did not like that touchdown at all. Tony Jones Jr. needs more touches than Kenny Stills, too, second half. I think it all depends on what they want him to do. And I think when Kenny Stills get more acclimated to the offense, you'll probably see him more. I just think it's just a matter of him getting more reps and getting more muscle memory when it comes to the playbook. I mean, he hasn't been here in quite some time. Should Taysom throw more when he comes in? Yes, he should. And I think that they're going to dial something up for him. That 3rd and 6 that they ran when there was an RPO, it was too predictable. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they just did that to kind of lob the defense to sleep till the next time he comes into the game, they think he's going to do the same thing. Somebody really just asked, can Winston change when we're up 14-3 and he has 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions? No, I think people are referring to some of those passes. It worked in your favor, right? It's almost like that. No. Yes. It's kind of like that, right? You know what I'm saying? That play worked out this time, but some people feel man, what it may not work out the next time, so. And even like I say, even Sean Payton, he was not happy with that pass, man. You can see his body language and how he just looked right past Jameis after that. He was not happy with that pass. What up, TJ? Love the dedication to the Saints. Don't forget the wrestling channel, though. Thanks. That wrestling channel, I gave over to my nephew, man, and he's playing Pop Warner football right now. So that's one of the main reasons I gave that over to him. So he's going to be taking over that channel for me once his football season is over. TJ, hope you have that humble pie warming up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so, man. I guess you're talking about my prediction show. I don't, I don't feel like I'm eating humble pie. You know what I'm saying? I already said on the prediction show, I hope that I'm wrong. So, I mean, I just give my opinion based on what I see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to always expect for them to win the games all the time. I'm I predicted them not to win this football game today. And, I'm saying, all right, as of right now, I'm happy to be wrong. I'm saying it's not going to bother me none. TJ, how can I become a moderator? I want that wrench. Let's see. Who that big homie? Jameis was trying to throw it out of the end zone. No, he wasn't. He was not trying to throw it out the end zone. He was trying to throw it to Callaway. Congrats, Chosen. Let's see. Got to use Taysom. agreed. It was so obvious that Taysom is going to run. Anyone seen Roby today? No, I have not seen Roby. That is interesting. He made a blind throw. His intentions was to throw it out of bounds instead of taking a sack. That's why I gave Callaway the props for that touchdown. I don't know. I mean, I think he would try to throw it to him. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me they worked on something like that. Need another kicker, though. Will Lutz should be able to come back by next week. Y'all acting like we losing. We are not. Patriots, Aurora is gone. Let's see. Aura is gone. When can Lutz come back? He can come back next week. How are you, Jerry? Good news. Saints back to the Superdome for the Giants. Well, in the second half, I expect the Saints to play good defensively and them to be able to sustain drives and continue to run the football. I hope everybody enjoyed the second half of the game. Hopefully, like Mario said, I'm eating humble pie and the Saints actually get the victory. But nevertheless, enjoy the second half. I'll be back for the post-game show a little later. I actually have to go somewhere immediately following the game. So I'm going to give you all an update on what time we're going to have the post-game show. So keep it locked here to the State of the Saints podcast. Follow yours truly on Twitter at TJJones8, and I'll have that information for you. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat? Enjoy.